In this video, we're looking at the pistol squat and progressions towards the pistol squat. So the first progression will be something like a heel elevated pistol squat. If you're training in a gym, something like a micro plate, so something like a 1 kilo, 1.5, 2.5 kilo micro plate is perfect. If you're training at home or in the park, something like a book is great. What we're going to do is place the micro plate under the heel and keep the ball of the foot on the floor. One key detail here is that with any of these progressions, I want to maintain 3 points of contact with solid surface underneath my foot. The base of the ball of the toe, the base of the pinky toe or the little toe, and then the center of the heel, okay? And I want to spread those points evenly through the floor. And if possible, I don't want my arch, this bridge here, to cave in too much towards my center. I want to try and apply pressure through my foot evenly to support myself to stay over my foot. Notice if I allow my arch to fall, my mass travels slightly inwards and therefore I may fall or I may find that my knee starts traveling inwards. Now these aren't horrendous issues, but they become a little bit more, let's say, difficult to manage when things become more complex. So sorting these things out now, when things are simple, is our best option. So without further ado, I'll place my foot, 3 points of contact. What I'll do now, I'm looking to reach forwards because as I send my hips backwards, I want to counterbalance myself. I'm going to bring this leg outwards, and I like to dorsiflex or bring my toes up. It just helps me lock my leg straight. If I point, I might have a slight sag in my leg. So for here, I dorsiflex, I reach forwards, I come down, staying active at the bottom, and then drive up nice and tall, keeping my posture nice and tall also. When I'm at the bottom, I don't want to sink and cave in. I want to hold an active tension, so this stretch reflex will help me get out of the hole, we call it, out of the bottom portion, okay? The difference being if I cave in, I do the same thing, but I lose all my tension. Yes, I may have a slightly greater range of motion, but I don't necessarily have the activation in my musculature in the whole system to drive out, okay? Now, if you're at the point where you can do this with a flat foot, but you can't quite get down low enough, and you're maybe falling backwards, it may mean that you're not quite centered and you need a little bit of support with a counterweight. So you can use the disc or you can use a small dumbbell. You really don't want to have too much load here. The idea is not to put a load on you to make the movement harder with external load, sorry. The idea is to counterbalance you so you stay in your center, so you're mechanically advantaged to do the drill. So, for example, what I'll do is I'll hold this load out straight in front of me to help when my hips go backwards. This will also help those of you that have slightly weaker or less mobile ankles moving on from this drill. Again, 3 points of contact, down keeping tension, drive nice and tall, all the way to the top. Other side. Like so. Once you've built up with this one and you've progressively underloaded the drill, which basically means you've taken away weight and maybe you've gone from 2.5 kilos down to 0.5 kilo, maybe you can start doing the drill and accessing that range of motion without any external load and assistance, which hopefully will look something like the pistol squat, like so. Other side.